We are back with our decider match. It's going to be another Zerg versus Terran. Up in the top right-hand corner, the green Zerg player. It is Steven. And down in the bottom left, the red Terran. It is XPA. Oh. So for those of you that don't know about the tournament, the RSL that happened last year, because we do have kind of a mixture of a lot of old players, but a lot of new faces as well. XPA is one of the new faces. I don't think he participated in any of the events last year, but he's here now. Steven participated actually all through last year, and okay, he's doing a hatch block, so we'll get to that. But he is actually, not only did he win the third season, I believe, he also won the grand finals, Eternals BlizzCon, as it were. So the fact that in the very next year we see him in the decider match in round of 32 group goes to show the quality we got in this tournament. Because XPA is certainly no slouch. He showed us some tremendous micro so far throughout his series. And he was able to leverage that to beat Stalix. But Stalix is good, but Steven is like the level up boss of Stalix, you know what I mean? Like, but if you leveled up the level up boss like 2 or 3 times. So the bunker is going to complete on the low ground here. It's going to start getting Marines. The CC is going to be coming up on the high ground here, and he's going to start to work on this. But with the queen coming out, that means that Steven is pretty much going to like drop tumors over here, spread it around. Anything that can delay this natural for as long as possible, make him burn as many scans as he can. To the point where I almost think it's worth, if he notices that it's happening, XPA almost just get the Raven. Because it's actually like stupidly good when you start spreading creep around at your opponent's half of the map. And he's going to be able to do that. He's going to get away with this queen, and boom, right to the corner. He's going to drop the tumor. Yeah. There's the tech lab. I'm guessing he's going to get a cyclone. So this base is buying him a lot of time. He's even banking up a few lings as well. So he's going to start... Oh, he's just going to go to the other end and drop another tumor. This is so good. Oh, as far away as he possibly can get them. Just burn them more scans. So this base is still up, and it's being able to spread creep to its maximum limit. Back on the other side of the map, it looks like this Reaper is going to get picked off, too. And this is what I mean about Steven, is he's a great player, obviously, but he's not afraid to bring out the weird. And we're certainly seeing the weird here. So now he's going to try and clear this out, but he's getting a cloak. Yeah. Cloak and a Banshee, which means that's a lot of gas. He's probably not going to be able to afford a Raven just yet. I do like the third CC, but... I mean, look at this. The creep is just all the way at the edges. It's gonna be. He's gonna start spreading it this way too, towards the third. Like, I really think that a Raven is in order, but he's. I guess no, he's getting another Banshee. He's actually supply blocked. The spores are up back at home here for Steven. He's gonna be full saturation on 2 base here as soon as this gas finishes. So he's gonna scan. He's gonna clear out all of those tumors, but there's still one blocking this tumor. is still blocking. And all this time that he's on one base, if he can't even have mules because he needs that energy to like scan and kill this out. Like, oof. Now this Banshee, it's got 2 kills. I think they're both Lings though. And now that the layer's done, oh, he can get this. Great micro there from Steven. That was beautiful. Back across the map, he's still dropping tumors. Oh no, you can't let that stay up. Yeah, it's gonna go down. There's 2 Banshees out there right now though. Scan gets 1, but again, he's just gonna keep spreading it like away from him. The creep is now gonna be running away as he tries to scan, and I mean, if you don't get a Raven, your only option there is just to like use all your scan, trying to clear creep from your own half of the map. Because look, there's one going this way, there's one going this way, there's one going this way. Steven sees and knows everything. Like, let's look at the vision here. I mean, if you got an Overlord or 2 on the top half of the map, it would be perfect, you know? Maybe a few on the bottom as well. Because this is going to allow him to see almost anything going out the bottom. There's another scan going down. There's a lot of Banelings behind this. 1-1 about to finish. The Spire as well. And just... I feel like we're seeing an XPA whose economy isn't as good as it seems because of how much it's having to go to all these scans. I mean, mules are super important, and now when he wants to engage on the third base, he has to defend his third base on creep. He has to defend his third base on creep. And he's just going to surround him because it's creep. Because it's creep, he's just going to kill everything, I guess. He's just going to kill everything. Holy cow. This is such a cool play. I love it so much. Everything's going to go down here. It looks like he's going to be able to eventually clear it out with the Banshees, but that's a great trade there for Steven. Who, if we look at the upgrades, the Terran just has +1, and 2-2 is now on the way here for Steven. He's getting a 4th base. 11 more drones is going to put him up to around 70, 75. And now he's going to get that mute account up. And still there's the active tumor. Oh my gosh. He's got this one up here too. It's nuts, man. That's nuts. "13 Banelings on the way here for Steven. His own creep spread out, like the regular one, could stand to get pushed out a little bit more. And it looks like XPA is going to do a double drop and start to try and gain some ground back. There's a turret here that should be able to ward this way if he repairs. Ooh. Keeps that mute alive. Oh, no. Right? Okay, yeah. His stim's not going to be denied. That would be too crazy. If it had been, that would have been pretty crazy, but still. Gonna be able to save that. There's no turret over here at the third, and ooh, he might even be able to get the Banshees as well. So many SCVs going down here. Out across the map, he's pushing into the third. But he's gonna get driven back, and here's the ground army of Steven, which should be able to deal with this. But XPA is gonna get the heck out of there. Just as Steven is getting the heck out of there. 2-2 on the way, almost done. As he's stimming even more, trying to get away from this. There's the infestation pit. And the Mutacloud's starting to grow to like actually dangerous numbers of mutas. +1 flyers as well. Let's see, the saturation on the 4th isn't great yet, but it's getting there. And this is just a nice little annoying play you can do with mutas. Run in, kill the gas, and then you gotta just rotate around to get away. This is a good move as long as you don't get caught by marine packs. Looks like he is going to bleed out one mutalisk at least. And he's going to try... Nah, there's enough dead airspace, yeah, that he can make his way out. There's actually a ton back here. But this is a lot of Ling Bane. 23 more Banelings. Okay, so he's just going to bust up the face of this. I'm guessing. While he goes up to Hive. Because the army's down here. That's so many Banelings. The Hive is almost done. Or you know what? You know what he's probably doing? He's probably waiting for XPA to be like, okay, my 2-2 is done. I'm going to go push and kill the Zerg before Hive is kicked in. And as soon as he gets halfway across the map, I'm like positive, because I've seen him do it before. He's just going to counterattack every single base while trying to get a remax on Palings at home. Oh, no, he's sending it back. I was hoping he would do that. I've seen him do that a few times, and it's so cool. Well, he still might be, I guess. He is now maxed. He's getting these very important upgrades. The 3-3, the Crackling, even Burrow. And XPA is moving out to take a 4th. Now, this also could be an opportunity here for Steven. If he could get a big army here and a big army here, and he can just crash on this location, and he's got enough Banelings to just absolutely destroy it. And he's just not even going to need to flank, because this is too much army. He just runs it over. The tanks unsieged are just going to melt everything. Now there's just too many Banelings, while the Mutalisks are going to be able to start clearing out the medevacs. It's good splitting, but he just absolutely decimated that army. He's going to lose a lot of SCVs. And keep in mind, this is all while his 3-3 and Crackling upgrades finish. He is not going to stop either. GG is called, and Steven to next 2 maps in order to send himself to the round of 16. And his opponent up in the top left, playing for his life. It's XPA. So we saw him do that hatch drop build in the last game. I'm betting we see him opt for a different brand of unorthodox in this one. So far, everything looks normal. And XPA, I mean, I guess you can probably be feeling pretty good, because that was just weird, right? When you don't see that like hatch block where I'm gonna creep tumors all over your half of the map build very often. And you know, maybe it wants to force a little bit more of a normal game. Because like I said, Steven will do those weird plays where he wants to get a tempo advantage and leverage that. And I thought he did that very well in the last match, but XPA, we know he's got the micro. If he can get out a good set of units and start kind of establish himself on the map a little bit, I feel like he could definitely give Steven a run for his money. Goes in for the full scout. 4 lings. Standard, standard. The Reaper's on its way across. There's the speed, and let's see if he stays in gas. Yeah. That's interesting. It is also something XPA can scout here. And it is something he scouts, so that's pretty important. Might even get a drone first trouble. Nope. Good cancel there. Is not going to get the drone. Oh, nice juke there from XPA. But the queen is ultimately going to ward it off. He saw the roach warren though, right? Yeah, okay, he saw the roach warren. So that's important. That is very important. There's the third base from Steven. Cancel on the roach warren. Probably under the hopes that XPA is going to overreact. He goes in, but I don't think he gets far enough to see whether or not it had been canceled. And this is a fine line where obviously it was a little bit of an investment from Steven to do that. But if Steven just plays really greedy and XPA overreacts, he can still get himself ahead. Speed is about to finish. There it goes. Steven now completely pulled out of gas, getting that full mining up, and he's going to shoot up in the drone count here. This tank on the high ground, really, really good. I know Terrans in TVZ really like having maps where, or I guess in any matchup where, you can put a tank right here and, you know, kind of like disengage back into this area where you've got high ground tanks. I mean, it's the dream. Game of drones here for Steven, who's now going to crank out 8 lings. It's going to be another Banshee play, although it doesn't look like it's going to be a Cloak play this time from XPA. A little bit of a faster third CC as well, I think. Got some love for Steven in the chat. I know he's a popular player. He's certainly fun to watch. Here's the Banshee coming in. The lair is almost done. I'm expecting Steven to go up to Mutus this game. Double Evo following up as well. Now we should be able to get into a little bit more of the meat of the mid-game. 1-1, pretty much identically timed for both players. Is this Banshee? It's going to be able to do some clearing out. Scan in the main is going to see pretty much everything as normal. So double drop from XPA, wants to get out on the map and start to control that creep spread. There's the third base down. The Spire is halfway done as well. 1-1, Bane speed. Might be able to pick off a few lings for himself now. And start to pressure this fourth base. If he gets that, that's a big pick off. He's gonna target down the queens, it looks like. Oh, but he's gonna clear out every ling. These queens do not have enough DPS to outdo the healing. He's going to kill the 4th. Oh, unless there's more lings. Okay, so he should be able to drive him away, actually. Oh, Medevac gets out. But now XPA, he's got the 3rd. He's building the walls. The 4th does stay up for Steven. That's really good. He's building more queens now. Gonna clear out a little bit more creep as well. These Marines are a little bit overstimmed though. They are gonna die really quickly. Oh, did direct damage like that. Steven eats a couple of them. Now Steven's just gonna go back to clearing out these rock formations all over the map. Because those are potential spots Terrans can put tanks behind, and you don't want them there. Double drop is going to fly over the Ling, and I really like that as well, just the Ling scattered around. Anything that can give him vision of where these double drops are going to come from. Oh, and he's right here with the Lings and the Mutas. Going to be able to clear out absolutely everything here. He might be able to escape with one of the drops. There's not really enough Mutas to straight up fight that. 7 more are on the way, though, and he's still hunting for it. Because at this point, any units are good units to kill here for Steven. His mid-game is really starting to power up, though. 2-2. Once again, pretty much exactly timed together in this match. I feel like more often than not you see that the Terran has the upgrade lead, but I don't know. This mute account, there is about to be a 2nd turret, so that 2 turrets is a little bit dicier to try and engage with mutas. Ooh, but he might be able to get, like... actually, I don't know. There's just turrets everywhere. He's trying to find safe zones in this base, and they really just don't exist. Meanwhile, XPA is pushing up the middle of the map towards that 4th base, which is already really softened up. Steven's not finding really any damage done with the mutas, and XPA is putting him under a lot of pressure here. He doesn't want to lose that 4th base, and in fact, the drones... Oh, he loses, it looks like 10 of them. That's going to go down. There is another base over here for Steven, who's still looking like he wants to try and set up an engagement here. Oh my goodness. These queens are going to get taken out. He's going to collapse on everything. And it looks like he will be able to clear this army, but at what cost? 14 drones and his 4th base. Now, if he doesn't get out these medevacs, that could be a problem as well. That's a big part of the sustain of his army, and it looks like they are actually all going to die. Steven's going to come up, try and do some counter damage. I don't know, the banelings are pretty far behind. He needed to wait for the banelings if he wanted to do a move like that. I don't think he does. Oh, need to be careful here. Oh my goodness, lag. I'm not sure who that is at this point. We are dealing with players all around the world, but he's actually going to crash into everything, it looks like. But everything kind of gets cleared up. Three now on the way. That's really good. Some love for Steven in the chat and his many builds. Oh, and this is such a smart play. Clear out this out, open it up for counterattacks later. Ugh. Oh no. Don't want to get your muta stimmed under. Greater Spire's almost done. 5 Corruptors on the way. So it's going to be a Broodlord transition here. He scans, but he doesn't see the Greater Spire, which is in the natural. Be careful. Whew. So 5 Broodlords are on the way now. Thors are being produced, so that's good. Steven marauding across the map with these mutas. He's got a lot of them. And I think he wants to use them. Just kind of bait around here. Again, each stim he forces is a big deal. And he's actually got a lot of Ling Bane collapsing from this side. Oh no, XPA hasn't burned his mines. They are going to blow up. And now he's going to try and collapse with everything. But actually, unless this mine gets a really good hit. No, it does, yeah. And now I think XPA wins that fight. A lot more Lings on the way, though. And the Broodlords are still here. That's a lot of Broodlords. And they have a really sick skin. So, I mean, the Broodlords effectively neutralize the mines, to be honest. In fact, they do worse. They can cause them to do friendly fire. Oh, you don't want to fly over mines with them. You don't want to fly over mines. Oh, no. Oh, Steven, be careful with your Broodlords. They're important. Yeah. Here come the Broodlords. There's only really one Thor. And with all this on the ground, it's going to be hard for the Marines to get underneath him. So I feel like these Broodlords might just be able to slow push him down. Actually, great pick off there with the Thor. The new cannon on the Thor is so good. Sniping out Broodlords at long range at the same time this Reapers are going to get cleaned up. There's still some mines over here that maybe he can eventually move into there. Looks like XPA is going to try and push back the creep. And just try and max out for himself and get that +3 attack, probably. There's the Neural Parasite there for Steven. +2 ranged attack as well. Oh no, he could friendly fire. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, the Widow Mines. The Widow Mines. Got huge hits. I think he retargeted those too. He retargeted all of the Widow Mine shots onto the Banelings. And he blew up like every single one. Steven hurriedly remaxing on Lings as XPA barges up the front of his bases. +3 is done now. It's 3-3, and he has no Banelings. Steven's trying to keep as many drones alive as he can. He needs to make his own Banelings. I mean, he was preparing for the late game, but that... Oh, those Widowmine hits might have cost him the game here. XPA is surging ahead in supply. He's going to try and kill this base as well. He should be able to do it. Now all the Banelings are done. He needs to go collapse on this now to stop the hemorrhaging. Here we go. It looks like he's going to get a great engagement. All of this is going to get cleaned up. But at what cost? Oh, actually... there's a lot of units rallied across the map. And I think that that's a little bit overzealous here for XPA. Oh, but he could lead him right back through the minefield. Oh my gosh, once again, the Widow Mines. Oh, but now the Mutas, oh my goodness. XPA's Widow Mines this game have been so good. It's your solid, 200 or 500 total APM average above, between the two guys. These guys are going crazy. Steven expanding all over the map while this happens, but losing those two bases hurts a lot. They're back at even supply. Both have a pretty big gas bank that I'd like to see them start to use. For Steven, whether we saw some infestors like we already saw him use before. Oh, actually, that's a great trade. Oh, and he's going to get some SCVs as well. Yeah. He's going to get 7 SCVs. That's actually not the biggest deal here for XPA, but he lost a lot of army supply there. More Broodlords on the way now. Let's see. Are there any more Thors? No. And pretty much all he's got is Bio Mine. So I think if Steven just kind of chills, remaxes on Broodlords, and Infestors like he is, like he's going to be set. That's a big burrow on the way to mine. Steven is looking to engage him if he goes on to creep. Oh, he's hunting for them. He was hunting for the mines with that. Oh, there's a fungal on one side. But those kind of whiff, actually, and Steven's going to go in for it from a bunch of angles here. Great Widow Mine shots once again. Oh, wants to keep these Infestors alive. Oh, no, he's going to try and get the Infestors. Oh, no, no. Everything is going to get cleaned up here for Steven. And now he can push into the next base. I think he's got +3 flyer attacks on the way. And these Infestors still alive, still got some fungals in them. The Broodlords are going to start their shelling of this base. Oh, where's the fungal? Oh. Looks like he's going to send a wave of Broodlings at him. Bait out some mine shots. That's really good. He's ready to repair this, but that's a temporary solution. GG. Good luck in the next round is called.